Striker Scorpion 82 is now sponsored by Warhammer Combat Cards, a card battle game featuring your favourite Citadel miniatures from the 40k universe. Build your army decks, dominate opponents in player versus player action, collect and upgrade cards to fit your strategy, improve their power and unlock unique traits. Choose from all 40k factions, take part in campaigns based on iconic 40k battles, rise to the top of the leaderboard and win glory. Free to download and play. Link is in the video description below or on the channel homepage, and by using the unique link it helps support the channel. Thanks and enjoy the game. Alright, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It's 2,000 points, 1,000 Suns versus Grey Knights. It's a knockout battle. There's a big one. This is the fight for a place in the grand final of our Season 10 battle reports. So the winner of this game will go through to the grand final with a chance to be crowned channel champion. It will be either Chaos in the form of the 1,000 Suns here, or Tom's Grey Knights for the Imperium will go through to the grand final. We shall have to see. So looking forward to this one, potentially a tedious game. Both sides very heavy, leaning on psychic abilities, but also can pack a mean punch in close combat. Both sides can do that, and Tom has decent firepower available as well. 1,000 Suns have some of their own, but a real sort of classic clash in the lore as well. So looking forward to this fight, but expect a grind, a grisly, unrelenting battle here as both sides pursue victory with everything that they have. So for all the battle reports for our Season 10 League, some are being featured on YouTube channel membership. So you can sign up to that link in the video description below, but it gives you access to all of our bonus battle reports and extra content. There you can also join us over on the Discord community. But link in the video description below. It does help support the channel. It's much appreciated indeed. So gold level Patreons, I'll call their names out as they come up, as we need their dice during the game. A big thanks to those supporting at gold level. We'll shout out their name. They get a patronic dice to use at some critical point during the battle. Silver level patrons, I'll call out their names at the end of the game, and you can check out the end credits for all of those supporting the different levels, including bronze. So for the 1,000 Suns here, I'm running a battalion and a patrol, so I'm going to pay 2 CP to get an extra patrol in the force. Then taking 2 relics and also a warlord trait as well. So there's quite a drain on CP, but I think worth it here for the structure of the list. It's Cult of Time, so that gives us access to Time Flux, Psychic Power, the opportunity to resurrect models back to play. HQ choices, heavy enough on HQs, running 5. First is the Demon Prince across here. A lot of people asking what this model is. It's the Necro Sphinx from the old Warhammer game. It's a plastic model, but very rare indeed. Managed to track one of them down. Just going to represent 1,000 Suns themed Demon Prince here. Taking wings, taking the sword as his main weapon. And then the relic is the Hourglass of Manat. So he gets to resurrect once he's been slain. And then Otherworldly Presence is his Warlord trait, so once per game he can activate a 3+ invulnerable save. I'll run through the psychic powers in just a moment. Then taking Ahriman on a disc, 3 Exalted Sorcerers, 1 on a disc, Disco Inferno, as is affectionately known. These 2 on foot, one with the chicken wing, known as Chicken Wing, one with the beaker, known as Beaker. Again, I run through all their psychic powers. They're carrying staves here across the board for these. Then on to troops choices. I need at least 4. I'm taking 5. 2 units of cultists, 2 squads of 10. Just auto pistols and close combat weapons for them. 2 squads of 10 Zangors equipped with Zangor blades. And then a squad of 10 Rubic Marines equipped with their Inferno bolters. Stave here for the Sorcerer. And then I've paid the points to give 1 Soul Reaper cannon to the squad. Then on to elites. Perhaps the main threat for this army. It's this 10-man squad of Terminators, all equipped with the Kapesh swords and the Storm bolters, and then the only other, well, there's no other upgrades, just a flat cost for those, taking the stave on the Sorcerer, commanding those. Then taking, for fast attack, Chaos Spawn. So a lone model, an individual one, and then a squad of 5 been taken. These are, I believe, Ostrak Bone Reapers from Age of Sigmar, just to sort of get an Egyptian-y Thousand Suns sort of themed thing going on with those. Just the multiple blades on them look very cool, so I've painted those up for this Thousand Suns list to represent Chaos Spawn. And then finally, for heavy support, 2 Mauler Fiends here to run around and cause terror on the table. So the 2 of those with their Mauler Fiend Fists and Lasher Tendrils. So that's the Thousand Suns list. They have destroyed all in their path so far, but their journey may all turn to dust here as they take on the Grey Knights, a very potent army indeed. Psychic powers then, Twist of Fate and Temporal Surge on the Demon Prince. Aaron's taking Doombolt, Zinch's Firestorm and Baleful Devolution. Then Disco Inferno's taking Desecration of Worlds and Temporal Surge. Chicken Wing taking Temporal Manipulation and Presage. Beaker taking Weaver of Fates and Glamour of Zinch. The Rubic Marines taking Empiric Guidance. And then the Terminators taking Weaver of Fates as well. That's the psychic powers spread around the different units here for this Thousand Suns list. Alright, so Phoenix Lords here. It's top level support on YouTube channel membership. For all of our games, they get allocated to units to follow around during the game. So I'll call them out now and they can track their unit during the battle. Chef here onto something choppy is his request. We put him onto the Chaos Spawn. Ben Shaw onto Dim Prince for this game. Chris Comiskey onto one of the Mauler Fiends, the one that's smashed up a Blood Angels. Dreadnought. Ed Pharaoh here onto the Rubic Marines. Daniel Cunningham here onto Disco Inferno. JP onto Ahriman for this battle. And then Lucas Brown onto the 10-man Terminator squad. So that's Phoenix Lords allocated here for this Thousand Suns list. We'll take a look now and see what the Grey Knights have in their list. Alright, so Tom's Grey Knights. Congratulations to them for reaching thus far in the campaign. Standing before them, though, is the Thousand Suns Chaos Space Marines. Nice matchup here. We'll see if Tom can lead his force to victory. Let him run through what he has.
Okay, so today I have 1995 points of rapiers. I'm bringing these guys out. Same list as we took last time. It needs to stay consistent through the league for the final stages. So we are going with HQ choices of Caldor Drago at the front here. And then we have Librarius Palpatine as well. Same shenanigans as last time with Purifying Flame and Vortex of Doom, which obviously will be slightly harder to get off this time because we've got lots of anti-psycho on the other side. He has got the relic, the Artisan Nullifier Matrix, which is the aura of No Perils of the Warp. And then he also has the Warlord trait Psychic Epitome, which I think is +1 damage on his psychic powers. For Drago, He's got Gate of Infinity, Warp Shaping, and Vortex of Doom as well. And he has also got his Warlord trait, which allows him to ignore invulnerable saves on demon units. Then I have, last but not least for the HQ, I've got my Grandmaster in Dread Knight armor. He is fully equipped with all the shenanigans again. So this is Grandmaster Shenanigans. He has the Sigil of Excellence, which is a relic which allows him to teleport whenever he's being shot at. And then he also has the Psychic Power Empiric Amplification and the Warlord trait Inescapable Wrath, which allows him to move, advance and charge. And then he's also got the Servant of the Throne gift, which gives him a activation of a 3-up invulnerable save. For troops choices, just a few things. For troops choices...
This is Tom incarnate here.
Yeah, that is me.
If Tom was in the 40k universe...
Do you know how it would top it off? Is if he was holding a salt shaker.
I was about to say.
Yeah, just sprinkling, just seasoning everyone nicely before he slices them up.
And there's even a painting here of him seasoning some demons.
Yeah, exactly.
Ready for the barbecue.
Then we're going to troops choices. Troops choices, 2 squads of Terminators, 1 and 2. Equipped, as you see. So both squads have got the Demon Hammers. 1 squad's got 4 Halberds. 1 squad's got 3 swords and the Warding Stave. My third troops choice is just your standard unit of strike squads, all with halberds and then a demon hammer up front. For the elite choices, I have an apothecary who has sanctuary, and he also has the ability, the foretelling of Locus, which allows me to redeploy units before the battle begins as well. And then I've got a squad of purifiers at the back, a squad of 5 purifiers with 4 swords and 1 warding stave again. Then we're going into the fast attack choices. Fast attack, 2 squads of interceptors, both with 3 halberds, 1 demon hammer and 1 warding stave. And then last but not least, we've got the heavy support choices, which are 2 dread knights, both equipped with side cannon and Gatling silencer and swords. All of my dread knights have got teleport homers as well, so they can deep strike in or do the teleport shunts. Mm-hmm. So that is my 1995 points of Grey Knights.
Okay, Phoenix Lords?
Phoenix Lords mixed all over the place. We've got Richard Andrea at the back on one of the Dread Knights, and then we've got Ray Cross on the Dread Knight at the back here. We've got Amy Almo on one of the squads of Terminators. We've got Mephisto on the other squad of Terminators, so I don't think they'll be dying anytime soon, hopefully. Although Mephisto's a little bit cursed. But then we're going to Longbow BB, has got the Nemesis Dread Knight Grandmaster. We've got Andreas at the front for the Apothecary. And then Michael Fryer ready to barbecue some demons with Emperor Palpatine.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that's Tom's list, but great to see the Grey Knights fully represented on the channel, so really good to see them doing well as well in the league. Yeah, with Mephisto, he's been sort of destroyed sort of turn 1 in about 3 games in a row, so there's a bit of a theme developing.
Fear not, Mephisto.
We protect and keep him alive.
I'll keep you reserved for 3 turns, so you'll be fine.
Okay,
you'll be alive by turn 3.
But Phoenix Lords, we put them where we think the fighting is going to be the most intense. That's more exciting, but the downside is that you can just get picked off and destroyed straight away, but not necessarily. Sometimes heroes do endure to the end of our battles. So that's the lists here. We'll take a look at scenario and deployment next. So we've got a scenario, randomly determined. We've gone to Tempest of War this time. So priority targets is the mission, and then search and destroy is the deployment zone. So playing from corner to corner. Tom elected to go into that corner across there, marked by the red dice. Centre of the table marked by the cat, and then 9 inches away from that across there. Orange dice marking the edge of the deployment zone for the Thousand Suns. There's 5 objectives on the board. Thousand Suns placed 3. Home objective here in the ruin. 1 just here in this ruin inside no man's land. Add this one in no man's land here. So there's like a triangle of objectives across here. And then for the Grey Knights, there's one just across the other side. That's the no man's land objective just on the edge of Tom's deployment zone. And then his home objective is tucked nicely behind there across the other side of the board. So 5 objectives on the table in total. So for this mission, the mission rule is tactical reserves. So the CP is a player must pay to place units in strategic reserves is halved, rounding up. So not very significant for this game. Priority targets is the missions. The control of one or more objective markers turned to onwards. Command phase. At the start of the command phase is worth 5 points. If you control more than the opponent, it's worth another 5 points on top of that. And the twist in this game, at the end of the battle, each player scores an additional 5 points for each objective marker they control to a maximum of 20 points. There's a big points grab available at the end of the game. If enough units can survive and if enough objectives are held, then a good number of points could come through. It could even be the deciding part of the battle, who is the last army standing on the table. Both sides boast some durable units for sure. So that's the mission, and then obviously we're drawing 3 secondaries each at the start of the turn, and fulfilling those each worth 5 points. So that is the mission here. We'll now start alternating and placing units on the board next. Alright, just to mention the battle mat and terrain that we're using in this game. Battle mat is from gamemat.eu. This one's called Highlands in War, and it's the 60 by 44 in size, so the appropriate size for 9th edition games of 40k. A wide variety of sizes available from them. They also do double-sided mats as well, so you can get 2 designs on the one mat. Also using from gamemat.eu their Chemzone terrain set here. So that's these buildings here, all the grey buildings that you can see, all part of that pre-painted terrain set available from them. But link in the video description below. There's also a discount code for you available for gamemat.eu for pre-painted terrain, and a wide variety of battle mats available from them as well. Alright, so in this episode we're featuring some samples that have been sent through from the Magnet Baron. I'll put a link for them in the video description below, but just a few bits to show some of the kind of things that are available from them. So they do these movement trays here, built for round bases. So you should be able to get like 5 models on here. So just to show you, my Zangors will fit on here just nicely. Then what you can do with these is they come strong. These are done in resin here. I think they've been 3D printed, so but they are a solid build for sure. You could spray these up to match in with your basing, so I could spray these up brown just to match in with the base trim there for my Zangors. And then I reckon you could get some magnetic sheet and stick that on there, and then have it on the base of your model as well. So they actually stick onto the tray, and you can pick them up, move them around, they won't slide about. But that just means you're able to movement tray these. These are becoming more and more popular. 40k, and a number of people do it, just using the trays just to move models around. Especially if you're on perhaps the tournament scene, or you're playing games you need a bit of pace, and you don't want to be moving around loads of horde models and so on. If you've got larger units such as Zangors, Cultists, Poxwalkers and so on, movement trays very, very useful indeed, just for moving stuff around the board nice and quick. It means that you're measuring once and then just moving once instead of individual models. They're all going to move together at the same pace. But those are available from the Magnet Baron, some solid build movement trays for rounder bases. Yeah, so I've just been on their website here. I believe they do the flexible magnetic sheets as well, already cut to this size, so you can stick them straight onto here if you want to magnetize and do it that way. That means you can take the models away for storage, swap units around, models around, and so on, to make those trays as versatile as possible. So those are available. That's a pack of that's just one pack, and you get 6 in that set. So they line up. You can do them something like this. It's like a squad of 10 will just fit nicely together. There is that bit of flexibility there. If you move them, there's a very wide variety of different trays that are available from them. A few other bits to show you. They're specialists in magnets, super glues, and hobby supplies. So these are block magnets here. So they've got rectangle shaped magnets. So their magnets come, I believe all of their magnets are in 52 grade, which is nice, super strong magnets available from them. There's 50 pieces in there. These are 6 by 6 by 6. They're not rectangle, they're square. And they're 6 by 6 by 2 millimeter in thickness. Triple coated, and then N52 grade on those. So top quality magnets. They obviously do the round ones, they do spherical ones as well, but a very large variety of magnets. This is the what they specialise in. So you can check them out for the wide variety of magnets available from them. Then they also do these here, magnetizers they're called. So if you're doing a fair bit of magnetizer, if you're in a habit of doing it, it's fiddly with using the magnets on the end of your fingers, and then you've got glue involved as well. The danger of putting the magnet on the wrong way around, which I've done so many times for magnetizing. So with these, you can put the magnet on the end, you know which direction it's facing each time, and that means you just can have a bit more reliability knowing you're not going to put the magnet on the wrong way around when you're gluing. The same, there's a resistance to super glue on this as well. The glue doesn't go on that as much. The idea is that you're using the tips of these instead of the tips of your fingers. And the last thing to show you is just more of a heavy duty drill bit holder there for holding your drill bits for drilling out and preparing for putting rods in or magnets onto models, but something with a good strong grip and a good strength to it. Just there, but it's just a small sample of some of the stuff that's available from the Magnet Baron. Put a link for them in the video description below, and you can go on the website and see the variety of stuff they have available from them. All right, so deployment's done for both sides. Here, we're talking about the objectives, like a Bermuda Triangle of objectives. One here, no man's land, one here, and one here. So there's this triangle. I think that's going to feature quite heavily in this battle. It means the Thousand Sons in their current state will control the majority, so I think it's a big incentive for the Grey Knights to go after them, which I think Tom would do anyway, but there's rewards for trying to shift the Thousand Sons off of this triangle as much as possible. So it'll be that triangle. You can expect an intense fight, perhaps around here. So left-hand side unit angles. D imprints across here is just tucked behind the spawn squad, the single spawn. Just tucked here at the back. Zangles, cultists, one unit of cultists into reserve. Then the Rubik Marines here, and then there's two exalted sorcerers with them, Beak and Chicken Wing. Aaron and Disco Inferno working together. They're tucked behind the Terminators, almost at the edge of their deployment zone, but just here. One Mauler Fiend anchoring on the right-hand side. The other Mauler Fiend here in the middle. And I think that's about it for the Thousand Sons here. So that's their deployment done. We'll shift around to the other side of the board, and you can see the deployment for the Grey Knights. Grey Knight deployment. Dread Knights forming a triangle of their own, almost mirroring the objectives. I know Tom's intent. Look, he wants to plonk one on each Thousand Sons objective. So which one's the Grandmaster? Is this one here? Yeah. Right, Grandmaster here, and then the other two Dread Knights, one on the left, one on the right. Interceptors here. Then regular Grey Knight squad just tucked in here. Second squad of Interceptors here. Purifiers with the white helmets just over there. And then Palpatine, Apothecary, Drago characters all clustered together. Then Terminator squad at the front, getting ready to head down in this direction. And then I think that's pretty much it. There's a unit of reserves. Tom's kept his word here. Mephisto into reserve.
He will survive turn one.
He will not die on turn one.
I swear it.
Okay, so Tom's fulfilled that promise there. That's a nice straightforward thing to do, but it's a useful unit to bring in. Turn 2 or 3, you should see them arrive. So it's dense terrain here. It's strongly thematic, but it means the armies are densely packed as well. These streets and corridors here, jam-packed with models. That no doubt will change as the game progresses. Talk about the battle here, just our own predictions about how we think it will go. I think Tom has the edge because Tom's, I reckon, better in combat, better in shooting, although it's quite comparative. But he has the edge with those areas, and then we sort of cancel each other out with the psychic phase, and that's meant to be our strength. But now we're up against an army that could really disrupt that, and we'll have to see how well the Thousand Sons cope with a severely disrupted psychic phase. So we'll see what happens. Tom's carrying a 5+ feel no pain for mortal wounds, and he has the ability to stop psychic powers with +1.
Yeah, I get +1. Yeah.
Then I get +1 to cast.
+1 to cast. So
okay, cancel each other out. Yeah, so expect a grind in this one here. We'll see who emerges victorious. Tough one. We'll have to roll up to see who goes first. Imperium or Chaos? Yes, after me, the traitor shall roll first. A 5. I think we're going... Yes, we are. We're going to go first. Is that good, Tom?
I think I'm happier going second, particularly because of the last turn 20-pointer thing.
Right, yes. Tom's foreseeing the... it's the long-term game.
And my foretelling of Locus will assist me here.
Right, now, things aren't fixed. There may be a redeploy from Tom, perhaps. Oh, right,
Not
there
perhaps.
is. It's all premeditated here. The triangle breaks up. Into reserve? No way.
Yep.
Oh.
Into reserve.
And then?
Yep.
Oh, no, come back.
I don't want you seeing anything. Turn 1.
So you're literally putting those into reserve?
Yep. Foretelling Locus, you can place them into reserve.
Whoa. So that's all become deep strikers?
Yep.
Well. How interesting. Okay.
So the shenanigans begin.
Yes, we'll let the shenanigans begin. Turn 1 coming up to the Thousand Suns here. Targets were sighted. Targets have disappeared. We'll go on to the Forces of Chaos. They're turn 1 next. Alright, so turn 1. Movement's done here for the Thousand Suns. It is a bit quiet here now that Tom's removed those models from play. Not much for us to see for psychic powers or for shooting. So just some manoeuvring taking place. Not particularly good on secondaries either. Grind them down. So it's a kill tally. That's going to be very difficult. Deploy teleport Homer. It's no good either. That's one unit from your own start to form this action end of movement phase if it's wholly within your opponent's deployment zone. I could try and save it perhaps, but difficult enough. And then attempting target as well. Choosing an objective in no man's land, couldn't reach that one across there, so failed that one. Could maybe keep that, roll it on to another turn. It's not that great on secondaries, pretty much ignored those. So movement, shifting across here with the Terminators and Psychers just to get onto this objective. Rubric Marines also heading up across in this direction as well onto this one. Their ranks being replaced by fodder at the back. So Cultists and Zangors moving up to claim this objective. Then Dim Prince, Spawn and Maulerfiend pushing through in this direction. Not particularly quick, but just heading up across here. The objective is just buried in there. Zangors holding position on this flank, quite across here, but that could easily change. Tom has deep strikers and units that can shunt about the board. And then the Comiskey, Maulerfiend shifting around, but again, not a panic here, just about 8 inches move of that over on this flank. So that's movement done for the Thousand Suns here. Cautious advancing taking place with them, perhaps searching the streets and corridors, looking for any Imperial units. None seen at the moment. From their point of view, sorry, just move the bushes here. From their point of view, they see nothing. But across the other side is Grey Knight units in position. That's movement done. And we'll go on to Psychic Phase next. I think there's some buffs and blessings I can do on some of my units. All right, so very quick Psychic Phase here. The damage output stuff that we have is line of sight visible, so nothing to see. So no aggressive stuff coming from the Thousand Suns. We've stacked up some abilities, though, coming from a variety of psychers onto the front Mortal That's the tip we're expecting, possibly, trouble to head our way. +1 to hit rolls, -1 to hit it, and a 4+ invulnerable save all being granted to that front Mortal. That's it. No shooting. I can't see anything to shoot at. No morale, obviously. No close combats to take place. The turn comes to an end. Just manoeuvring here by the Thousand Suns. This will be the quietest turn, I would imagine, of the game. We'll go on to turn 1. Next, for the Grey Knights, I'm going to dump all of these, and we'll have a fresh start for the Thousand Suns on the next turn. Yep, so that's everything done. We'll go on to turn 1 for the Grey Knights next. Alright, so turn 1 here for the Grey Knights. One card was dumped by Tom, attempting to target. Cards picked up, then Assassination, kill a character. No prisoners, and bring it down. So those cards are in play. Regular Grey Knight squad across here, just anchoring this home objective. Then making a... Is it a shunt move? It's called teleport shunt. Across here of the interceptors, so they've landed right over on this flank.
I just need to get some cheap wounds for the...
Bring it down?
Bring it down.
Or no prisoners?
No prisoners.
Yeah, keeping a tally of...
Yeah, because I need to get quite a few wounds.
Yeah, 30 points.
Oh, actually, this is Strike Force, yeah, so I need to get quite a lot of wounds.
Need to kill a lot of chickens.
Yes.
Shifting out across here. Now, I know he's got a funny thing where if I shoot him, he can do the disappearing act.
Yeah,
but he's moved out there. He can let loose a volley, at least, and he could charge in if he wants to. It's up to him. Yeah. And then character shifting across here. And the other intercessor squad or interceptor squad across here. Then purifying squad just shielding the characters here, but it's not a full commitment yet by any means from the Grey Knights at this stage, so quite enough at this point in the game. We're going to Psychic Phase next for the Grey Knights. There's something actually, Command Phase. Someone got blessed.
The Purifies. Reroll all hits and wounds.
Right. All right, Psychic Phase next. So this is...
the Interceptor's just doing a smite into...
Oh, got line of sight?
Yeah, him.
Oh, they can see. Right,
yeah,
got
yeah.
it. They can see across there, that's fine. Yeah, better covered terrain here, just briefly for people. So foliage across here, because of its height, we're going to play as obscuring. Just measuring that from the hard edge here of the base, not so much the foliage here. Regular ruins for these size buildings. Munitorum containers, you can see scattered around the board. There's a couple of obstacles. This large structure plays Munitorum armor containers, so exposed position on top, infantry can shelter behind for light cover, and then because of the height of it, obscuring ruins across here. So if you look around the board, there's plenty of obscuring pieces to throw on the table, and then we're going to measure that from the hard edge of the building. So that's how we're doing that. So Tom's positioned that model there, so you can see that part of the vehicle. So a smite is permitted.
But is it? No, goes off on 3.
It doesn't go off. Oh, it's a slow start to this one.
Just a whimper. Then we'll go with the Apothecary. Is going to...
Tom's lined up multiple units that can see the Mortal Fiend. I knew it would happen. I've tried to protect it as best as I can.
The Apothecary is going to try and do Sanctuary.
Okay.
I think. No, we're going to go Smite. Smite again.
Okay.
Goes off on an 8.
Okay. We'll try and deny with... We'll see who's in range here. There will be a few. Anybody? I'll go Disco Inferno. I've got plenty of options ready, so try and deny this one. No.
D3. For 2.
Okay. 2 mortal wounds cause, dropping down to 10. Yeah, I wondered if we had it. We do. Biomechanical mutations. So 5+ feel no pain against mortal wounds. So we'll try and block these if we can, which we don't. The card will last until the end of the phase, so we might be able to stop some damage coming through. Drop down to 10. Lord Caldor Drago next. Smite into the Mortal Fiend.
No.
Doesn't go off. Okay.
This is going swimmingly. And then we will go with Vortex of Doom.
Tom's kicking out.
Nothing at the minute.
Well, the potential's there.
Nope.
Okay.
Off. Right. Okay. Where is my salt? Then.
Right where you left it, Tom.
Yeah, right where we left it. Okay, so then we are going to go with.
You can imagine the Dread Knight here. Bring me the salt. Take that, you thousand sons. Sorry.
Purifiers.
Purifiers, yeah.
Purifying Flame goes off on a 9.
Righty ho.
I think it needs to be a 10 plus for it to be a super one.
Yeah, we'll try and deny with the Terminators. Nope.
3 mortal wounds.
On the Mortal Fiend.
Yes.
Okay, 5 pluses to block. I'll kick in here with some Patreons. It's been a bit quiet on the Patreonic front. We'll go with a Maxfield Knuckles for this one. 5 pluses. He's an Imperial player, but he might like to help the 1000 Suns. He does a little. 1 mortal wound blocked. So 2 taken, drop it down to 8. Mortal Fiend's starting to take damage now. But that's what it's designed to do, is absorb.
Then we are going to go with Palpatine.
Yeah.
And I'm going to spend 1 CP to roll an extra d6.
Okay.
And then I'm going to also spend 1 CP to increase the range of his psychic powers, because he's slightly out of range with the Purifying Flame. So we'll go with...
It's the Palpatine psychic stack.
So we'll go with Purifying Flame first of all.
Yep.
Which goes off on an 8.
Okay.
So it's 3d6, pick the highest. Have we got anyone else left in range?
Oh, yes, plenty. Plenty of deniers. 9.
Cancels it.
Blocked. Okay.
How many denies have you got left? I would like to know.
Yes, we'll calculate this out. Here, we've got, so I've got Psychers here, here.
The Terminators have been, right?
Yes.
So...
Araman.
No.
Demon Prince.
So that would have had to come from him.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yes.
Right. So that's 1 deny done then on Purifying Flame.
Right. Well, check this out. I'm just going to check to see how many you can deny. I think it's 1 for Doom Prince. Could be 2, maybe. But we'll just double check to see what other options are available here.
Text of Doom then.
Yes, all is good. We've kept up correctly here with the number of denials. We're now down to just these here, which we'll be able to attempt to deny there onto the Dread Knight. But Palpatine's now free. There's no other units that can deny this next power.
Vortex of Doom.
Sounds good.
Goes off on an 8.
Okay.
Goes off on a 9. Well, that's a 9.
So it's D3 mortal wounds.
D3, 2d3 mortal wounds plus 1. And then it's 1 mortal wound to every unit within 3 inches.
So it'll just be the...
So 2d3. Ooh, 7 mortals. But you get your 5 up.
Yeah, that's pretty good. 5 pluses. Just try and deny some of these. Deny 2s. It's going to help a little bit. But 5 come through. So 3 wounds left. Without that card, we would be dead.
And because you cannot deny any more of him, I'm going to spend my last CP to use 1 more psychic power.
Yes.
And I'm going to smite him.
Smite. Right, yeah. Got it. Here it comes. Patronic, too late. On 3d6. It's going to do it.
Goes off on a 10. Plus 1 is 11, so super smite.
That's fine. I can't stop it.
I don't really want a super smite. Is that d6? It's d6, isn't it? Ooh.
Patronic, too late.
It's a 4.
Done
but
it.
you get your 5 up.
I'm in a pain. Let's go Patronic on this one. I need... not it's going to make too much difference. Tom's going to fire everything at them. But we'll go Peter Ammo for this one. You caused 4 though, didn't you?
Yep.
Do you need...
4 more wounds. It's smite. Bear with me 1 second. It might be plus 1.
Oh no. I'll roll these 4, Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to find out.
Okay.
I could survive. Yep, I've survived. Tom's going to destroy anyway. I've got 1 wound left. But there's no extra mortal wounds coming through, so we've just about kept it alive with use of that stratagem. Oof, boy.
So these guys are going to attempt a psychic power as well.
Okay. I think we're getting towards the end of the psychic.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. After that, so they are going to try and move and shoot.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, goes off. So they get to shoot in the psychic phase and then instantly move.
Fine. Yeah. Brilliant.
24 inches. I don't know who. If you.
There's nobody. No, I don't think so.
Right. So I will fire with them then.
Okay, here we go. We're going to roll on to the shooting phase. So far, the psychic phase has gone a bit better. I would say Tom's got this one on turn 1. It's done well. Now roll straight into shooting. There's targets available.
Right, so 3.
He's using shenanigans here. Ducking and diving, teleporting and shunting around the board.
Toughness is 4, isn't it? So 4s.
Yeah.
Not particularly good. In fact, absolutely terrible.
4 come through. Go for a 5+ invulnerable save. They block 2. So 2 chickens cooked. Take away those 2. And then just mark them up for morale. At the current state, they'll be okay. We'll just put that on. Just to mark them up. Tom can make his move. So it's a normal move for you, which might be 12.
I'm not allowed to. Yeah, it could be 12. Yeah, but I'm not allowed to charge or anything after that. So
yeah, they're ducking in there. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. Right. So I believe that is my psychic powers.
Oh, sorry. So you've got that shooting attack was during your psychic phase.
Yeah,
oh, right. Okay. I see. Right. Okay.
But
then
I
as
can't
far
do
as
anything else.
fine. Yeah. Got it.
Right. So I've got one last psychic power to do on the Dread Knight.
Yeah. I've got one last model that can try and deny. Yeah. So whatever it is you attempt.
So I'm going to go with. Right. I could try a smite, but it's going to be quite high.
It's Grey Knights trying to get to grips with their foe here, probing at this point.
I will try Psychic Epitome.
Mm-hmm.
I believe, is it Psychic Epitome? No, Empiric Amplification, sorry. Or Ghostly Bonds. 18 inches.
Let Tom make his mind up.
Yeah, I'm going to try and do Ghostly Bonds.
Not heard of that one before.
Charge value of 5 at half your movement.
Oh, right. Yeah, well, very good.
But I don't know what I'm going to do it on. I'm either going to pick the Spawn or the Terminators. So we'll go with Ghostly Bonds. And it goes off on an 8.
All right, I'll just try and deny it here, if we can. No.
Right.
Okay.
So then technically, if I can... half the movement of the Terminators, is that going to make much difference? Yeah, it'll mean that you can still double move, can't you?
Potentially, yeah. You'll slow them down. Whatever unit he picks will be slowed down.
I will go with half movement. I'm going to need a minute to think, I think.
That's all right. That's fine. We've planted the card just there. Tom's put it onto the Terminators to slow them down.
Right. Okay. And that is...
second phase, yeah. Not bad at all. Pretty good. We'll go on to shooting phase next. Purifiers are going to shoot first. They're just tucked around there, but they can continue to see at the mortar field.
Into the terrain, so I am re-rolling all hits and all wounds because of Drago. Oh, that's very cocked.
That's fine, yeah. Oh, -1 to hit rolls.
So I will be on 4s.
Yeah, we checked back in the footage and resolved that. There's a couple of re-rolls that need to be done, but it's all fixed now at the -1. So these are the hits.
5s.
5s to win. 3 come through.
Re-rolling all wounds.
All right.
Yeah, it's Chapter Master basically.
Any AP minus going on?
AP minus none.
6 3+. We'll go with Patreon here. And we shall turn to here. Tyler Schwab is a Necron player, but he has a reputation for getting 4+ all the time. 4. It's 1. 6 here, isn't there, to try and stop? Oh, failed. I'll see what the others would be, just in case it's worth a command reroll. I highly doubt it. 2 more have failed, so busted. That's the end of him. We'll see if he detonates or not. No. Nice, tidy kill here on the Maul of Fame, put out of its misery in the shooting phase, but it's been destroyed, despite all the buffs and bonuses being granted to it. You can take my counters away, and the wound marker. Thank you, and he's gone. So Maul of Fame, there to absorb damage. Absorb damage it has, but it's gone. Next, bit of firepower.
Right, so then we'll go with...
This is the fight. This is the fighting around the corner here.
It's only the Dread Knight left.
Yes.
And he'll put everything into the spawn.
Okay.
Because he's got Empiric Amplification and we're in the tide of Mortals and Shooties, I get to add 1 to the damage characteristic of the side weapons. So the Gatling Silencer becomes damage 2, and the Side Cannon becomes damage 3.
Whoa. Right, Tom Shot's going into the spawn.
Yeah, so we've got a few things going on. We've got Empiric Amplification, which makes me add 1 to the damage characteristics of side weapons. So we've got damage 3 Side Cannon, damage 2 Gatling Silencer.
Yeah.
I've spent another CP because I need to hit hard this turn for Sidebolt Ammunition, which increases the AP of my weapons. So my Side Cannon becomes AP -3, which will go straight through anyway, AP -2. But the Gatling Silencer becomes AP -2, which will then go straight through as well. So there's a few things going on.
Tom's down to
1.
I was wondering.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of CP, but I needed to hit hard this turn.
Yep.
Hit hard, slow you down, and then see what you got next turn and go from there.
Okay.
Right.
Remember, everybody, look, that stuff's in reserve. There's a massive chunk of an army to arrive. Tom just softening up at this stage.
2s.
2 fits.
So 6s are automatic wounds.
Nice. So it's going to kill 1 straight away, I think.
Oh my goodness, I rolled 3 1s.
That's okay.
I rolled 3 1s. Is that okay? Is it, Luke?
That's all right. Happens to us all.
Right, so 1 automatically dead.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe that. Right, let's hope all that's all the bad rolls out of the way.
Because Tom's not slowed them down. If it survived well enough. What weapon was that? Was it the damage 2 or the damage 3 weapon?
That was the damage 3.
That was the damage 3, right. But, that's the next one.
So the next one's a heavy 12.
Right.
I'm just checking it's a heavy 12. I'm pretty
You
sure
should
it
be
is,
alright. You should still get me. 12 shots and in 2s.
1 dead. 2 dead already.
Very nice. What are you on to wound?
4s.
4s. Got them.
Another one dead. Another one dead.
That's it. That's them gone. They're gone. They're dead. There's a Phoenix Lord. It's Chef. Cut him down at the starters before we even got onto the mains. Oh man, that's them gone. I was expecting them to survive a bit better, but
I have just spent about 7 or 6 CP in.
Yeah, it's been a command point drain. 1 Phoenix Lord slain.
Right.
Okay, so they're gone.
That is my turn.
Shooting phase finished.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's 30 wounds.
Right. Well, I think...
No, or maybe just short.
20.
Yeah, so 30 wounds.
30, yeah.
So
And it's any type of wound, is it for anything? Yeah. No, well done, Tom. Well, calculate points. I think Tom's got some points on the board here. This game is all about points. Tom's completed 2 secondaries. Bring it down and no prisoners. So well done. It's 10 points to 0 at this stage. So 1,000 Suns, yeah, they can camp out on objectives. But you know what was interesting? I could camp out on objectives, but you could dash, move around and fulfill a load of secondaries and still do well. So there's no real panic, I think, from the Grey Knights. The key point in the game will be, if it comes, if Tom does decide to go for the assault, bring in all of those.
I'll have to eventually.
Yeah.
Because I can't have you just get 10 points per turn.
Yeah, we're anchoring this Bermuda Triangle here. I'm just going to harvest the points from that. But Tom's countering it by raking in points for secondaries. Interesting. 10 points to 0 at this stage. Morale, it's not going to be a problem. The chickens are happy enough over on this flank. I'll just roll up here too. Yeah, that's fine. We're all good. Okay, so that's the turn finished. Okay, it's quiet enough. But no doubt it's going to intensify as we move on to the second turn of the game. Alright, so turn 1 comes to an end. We'll go on to the second turn of the game for the Thousand Suns next. So just on turn 2 here for the Thousand Suns, just thinking about our move to take place. If you enjoy battle reports, then if you want bonus content and extra battle reports, then there is YouTube channel membership, link for that in the video description below. A good number of the league games that we've been playing, including the knockout games, are over on YouTube channel membership. Some of the fixtures so far, we've had Grey Knights. Tom's Grey Knights have played against the Drakari. Obviously, they've reached this far, so they beat the Drakari, knocked them out. Grey Knights going through. My Thousand Suns then took on my Necrons. The channel champions prevailed against those, and then now we're playing this game here for a place in the final. Thousand Suns versus Grey Knights. Down in the other half of the knockout games, Orcs at this point of filming still yet to play. So my Orcs, Gut Rippers lads, to take on Mike's Necrons. Looking forward to that clash. And then the other fixture was Tau versus Custodes. That's on YouTube channel membership. That's just gone up. To see that result and to see who made it through, that's Mike's Custodes against my Tau. Then that video is over on YouTube channel membership. So link for that in the video description below. It helps support the channel, and then as a reward we create extra content, including exclusive battle reports and some of our league games. So thinking to do here, there's a small cluster of Grey Knights across that side. Do we go after them, or do we just camp out of the triangle? So we'll draw some secondaries, have a think about what to do here with the Thousand Suns way up, the best move to make. Right, so cards drawn, interesting. So lost a bit of patience here and slight panic mode. Behind enemy lines, no good to us. So drew another card, paid a CP. Overwhelming firepower, not much use. Got to try and destroy 3 units of shooting. The other 2, bring it down. Largest target is the Dread Knight. If we destroy him, he's got a bit of shunt ability, so it might be tricky, but possible. And then investigate site. That's performing an action at the centre of the board. Tom doesn't have a unit within 6, so that's quite doable. An incentive has opened up here to push towards that Dread Knight and to move to the centre of the table. If we do so, there's points available here for the Thousand Suns. We'll see if they take the bait. We'll go on to movement for them next. All right, so movement here for the Thousand Suns. Not a straightforward game by any means at this point here. Yeah, Tom's pointing to They've
regenerated.
Spawn are back. So back through the footage there. Tom reckons he went overboard.
Oh yeah, I didn't actually cast Empiric Amplification. I cast a slow down spell. So that means that they don't get the +1 damage, which wouldn't have made any difference on the side cannon weapons, but it would on the Gatling silencers.
Yes.
So there's still 2 left.
Yep.
Which is massive, because they're left, and then I've actually only then got 26 wounds for bring it down for the. Not bring it down for no prisoners.
Yeah.
So I still haven't achieved that. So I'm glad we caught it, particularly in the semis. I don't want to be cheating.
So he said sorry.
Yes.
He's refunded the points, and all is forgiven. If only the Imperium returned the favour to the Thousand Suns, because that's the kind of thing with those, isn't it? The background story to them.
They did nothing wrong.
That's right. Anyway, so we've shifted out. We've said thank you very much. We're going to head towards him and pay him a little visit with those. Not that I don't. Well, we'll see what kind of effect they can have. Tom has just been careful about what we're doing, because Tom has an ability once per game where he can disappear if we shoot at him. So psychic phase, I could do stuff to him. Close combat, but as soon as we shoot, he's going to move off. So we've got to bear that in mind here. So it's more just camping out on this Bermuda Triangle here. So shifting across with the Rubik Marines onto this. Trying to form some kind of deep strike denial screen here with the smaller things. It's just on patrol around here, just trying to form some kind of screen. With the Rubik Marines moving across, these 2 softer units have moved out and have shifted across this direction to anchor the home objective. Again, Zangor's across here. The temptation was to go into close combat, but instead I'm just trying to create a deep striker blocking zone across there just to protect that flank. 2.5 inch move here from the Terminators. Discos move forwards within 6 and will perform the action. It's only 2 points available, but I'm going to try and bring those points in. Araman's moved up. Demon Prince has moved up within 18 inches of the Dread Knight. And then Beaker's here. And then Chicken Wing, Exalted Sorceress moving up as well. But sort of funneling through this area here with most of the main Thousand Suns units. That's movement done. Psychic phase next. It's pretty much going to be the case that Tom can deny virtually all my psychic powers. He's got 7 stacked up that can do it. So we'll go for Temporal Surge here. First of all, the Demon Prince to put it on here. We're going to use some cardboard points to help us out. So I'm using bookmarks for my codex. Look, one's an Imperial transfer sheet, and the other one's a purity seal. Okay, sorry, carrying on. So there's an ability here that lets you make it undeniable. So here it is. It's 8 cardboard points. So use this Kabbalistic ritual after psychic power. It's made for a unit from your army's pass. So I've got to pass it first. It's a 7, which will be a 6. Coming from the Demon Prince, going to try and cast it on those. I'm going to go absolutely 100% Patronic on this one. This must go ahead. And yes, here he is. The artist formerly known as Veej. He is 1,000 Suns. Perilled. A bit too enthusiastic from Veej. Right, think about this one. Okay, interesting. I'll save the cardboard points. I'll pay a CP to negate the effects of the perils. I'll keep the result at 12, which becomes a 13 for +1. The power will go off, and we'll play it that way. So we'll make another move here with the Terminators, 2.5 inches. Right, second power, I'll go for Smite. So here it comes. Yeah, I'm going to spend... Well, roll, first of all. So here it comes. A 10. Right, so... yeah, I've got an idea for this one. Okay, so that power goes through. That's a 9 becomes a 10. I'll leave it, and Tom will try and deny.
I'll try and deny with the interceptors here, so I'll just put a yellow blob next to them once safe and they're denied.
Yeah.
And no.
Okay, D3 mortal wounds. 2. And 5 pluses to block.
Double 5.
Double 5. Okay. Interesting. Because that's him done. We'll shift over to... yeah, we'll go for Araman next. So we'll kick off with Doombolt here on Araman. We'll roll to see what we get. So an 8 becomes a 9. We will let that one stand. So Tom can try and deny with somebody.
Interceptors at the back.
Okay. Needs a 10.
Nope.
No. All right. So straight 3 mortal wounds on that one. 5 pluses to block these.
All through.
Okay, 3 mortal wounds taken. So I'll pay 4 cardboard points to inflict a further D3 mortal wounds on the target here. A 1. And not blocked, alright. So what's he on there? He's dropping down to 9. Okay, he's taking some damage, plenty of wounds still remain. Next power from Araman here. We're going to try and blast as much as we can with him. So we'll go for Zinch's Firestorm. Again, we'll roll to see what we get. A 6 becomes a 7. Okay, we'll think about this one. It's a bit of an arrogant thing to do. It's not me, it's Araman, but I'm gonna deliberately re-roll this test. I'm trying to root for a better score, so we'll re-roll this one. It's a 6 and
looking good.
It's looking good and a drop dice. Right, it's an 11. Now that's what we were looking for. It means that we're going to roll 9 dice. Instead of looking for 6, we're looking for 5 some mortal wounds. So this is coming up quite powerful. So we'll dedicate this power to Scott Costello, gold level Patreon. He's an Alpha Legion player. Tom's just... Do you want a bit of time to check stuff, Tom?
No.
Right.
Away.
It's 9 dice and 5s. Aaron's souped up as much as he can. Oh, escaped that one. Just the one. Of course he does. Denied. Well done. Well done. Well done. I mean, honestly, we could have done... It's just on another day. On another day. It's still not that great.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the day. What day would that have been?
That would have been a Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay, never mind. Could have been good, but not this time around. Next power from Araman's the last one from him is going to be Smite. So again, we'll just roll up and see what we get. So 5, 6, 7. So that Smite's gone off. I'm going to make it undeniable with 8 cardboard points being spent. Start the game with 17, by the way, just the number of psychers that I have. And then the damage is just the 1 mortal wound, which Tom can block on a 5.
Yep.
Which he does again. Well done, Tom. Well done. Well done. Terminators next. Smite with those. No. Going to command reroll that one. No, it goes off on a 9. So blocking is possible.
With the purifiers.
Okay.
So that is an 8.
8.
Nope.
No, not quite. Okay. D3. Just the one. Should use the petrol on that one. Okay. I blocked again. How many times? Very good, Warren. Tom has got a beaming smile.
The Emperor has blessed me this day.
Yes, no, very, very good. Right, we'll go chicken wing. I'm going to use four cobble points to stretch his psychic powers. We'll go for smite with him. And I'm now in range with that. That's a 10, becomes an 11. So Tom can try and block on a double 6. Or a 5 and a 6. Oh, you need 11, yeah.
Yeah. All in range, so... Anyone else after this?
Yeah, there's other powers could come from... One more power from him, 2 powers from him, 1 power from those.
I'll try and stop.
11 required.
Nope.
Alright, D3 mortal wounds. I'll now go Patronic on this one. And we'll go... Yeah, there's a Tyranid player here. Carl Roden. Better. Right, 2 mortal wounds caused.
Yep.
Okay, 2 go through. That's useful. Dropping down to 7 wounds left. Second power, go for Presage. I'll put it onto the spawn. Yeah, it goes off on a 7, becomes an 8.
+1.
Yeah.
I was just seeing whether I... right. No, I need my CP. Yeah, I'll just try and deny. Denied.
Well done, Tom. Well done. Okay. So Psychic Phase, as you're seeing, it's just going to be a major part of this game. Usually it's a major part whichever side it is, but both sides combined together, Psychic Phase is big. Add Glamour of Zinch and Weaver of Fates here. We'll do those 2 powers.
2, 3, 4.
So we'll do Weaver of Fates first of all, onto the Terminators, needing a 6. So it's an 8, becomes a 9.
6, 7, 8. No. What's
Okay.
that do?
4+ invulnerable save on the Terminators.
I don't like that. But
Not much.
there's not much I can do about it. I'm just going to be honest, my plan is just to completely ignore your Terminators for the whole game. So.
Okay. Yeah, Tom doesn't want to be lured into just the Terminators just absorbing everything, and then the rest of the army. Tom's happy enough to eat away at the edges here, because one strong unit by itself can't win you a game. You know, you need stuff placed around the board. So Tom's trying to cut down the options here for the Thousand Suns at this stage, at least. Next power is we've done Weaver of Fates, so Glamour of Zinch is the next one. Here for -1 to hit roll. Put it on the Terminators as well. It's a value of 6 for this one. 9 becomes a 10.
I tried my last one.
11.
That's
That's the Grey Knight hotspot around there for rolling dice. Well done. That one's been
the
denied.
magnets under the table.
All right, so that Psychic Phase actually finished. So all done. So down to 7 wounds left on the Dread Knight. Decisions to make. Do we shoot at him, in which case Tom will move? Or do we charge him with the 2 spawn? I'll think about this one. I know what to do. The idea is perhaps if I do shoot Tom, he'll then use that ability up, burn it, so it's not used on another turn. Decisions to make. Yeah, I'm going to have to take the risk here. So no charges or no shooting phase here at all. I'm not going to shoot with anything. Therefore, we shall go on to charges next. In which case, my 2 spawn will charge your man.
Can I know your stat line? So how many attacks you get him?
Yeah, it'll be 2d3.
2d3
each. Yes.
Okay.
There'll be strength 5, a -2 damage.
Okay.
At a time.
Re-rolling wounds, possibly?
Possibly, yeah. I can pay a CP.
Well, definitely, you will do that.
Yeah, I'll pay a CP to give myself an extra attack. So it'll be 2d3 +1.
Yeah.
And then I can pick 2 reroll wounds, go for AP -4. But Tom's got a 3+ invulnerable save that can kick in, so I won't go for that one.
Yeah.
Or I can go for 3d3 +1 attacks, so tons of extra attacks.
3d3 +1. What is that for a CP again, is it?
Yeah. What happens is you have a table that's random.
Yeah.
Or for a CP, you can control it, pick the one that you want.
Okay.
And then get the extra attack as well. All right, Tom's elected not to Overwatch. If I zoom in, I'll show you the combat here. There it is. Lining up against him. All right. Not Overwatch. I rolled up a charge, got a 5. Just passing the gap there around the obstacle, not having to go over it. So we're going to roll up our attacks. So interesting combat, this one. Quite significant if these spawn can do their job. Samuel Pennary. Number of attacks. We'll dedicate this entire combat to Samuel here. Oh, hang on a second. Just hold it right there. Chef's still alive, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the number of attacks. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Plus 2. And he 4s. This is huge. Okay, I just saw that out of the corner of my eye. A small fist pump from Tom. And I can see why. I can't kill him now. No matter what I roll here. 5s to wound. This has not gone well. Not gone well at all. What a complete waste of time. Okay, so failed. That's me finished.
You get to reroll your wounds.
Yeah, I do, Tom. Thank you so much. That's very kind. 2 go through. Interesting. 2, 3 plus invulnerable saves. Non-patronic.
1 go through.
Okay. You'll take the 2. It's not like a regular Dreadnought that's -1 damage. So drop it down to 5 wounds left, but it is still very much alive. Tom can now swing back. I think he'll dispatch those quickly enough.
No, not 2s and 2s. What's your toughness?
Toughness 5.
Oh, 2s and 2s, yeah.
Yeah, 2s.
2s. So...
Oh, hang on, your damage profile.
I think it's the wound. And 2s. So that is a mortal wound in addition. So you've got 1 mortal wound to stack up. And... yeah, they're dead.
Yeah.
It's D6. 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 Great sword, yeah, D6.
All right,
So
fantastic.
Yeah.
They're dead. They're gone. Okay. They dared touch the model.
Now I get no.
Oh, and Tom's picked up his secondary. Yeah, fine. Okay. And Chef's gone. He's back. A glimmer there with Chef back on the board, but now removed officially from play. Maybe you should have shot him just to burn up that ability. Do you know what, Tom?
What?
Oh, no. It's okay.
No,
I was wondering.
still hold 1.
You still hold 1.
Yeah,
I just had a cunning
in
moment.
any other thing, you would have had to shoot him, and I could have teleported away, and then it would have stopped me getting this. But it makes no difference to you.
Not in this scenario. Yeah, fine. Okay, we'll calculate points at this stage here. That's combat's resolved. All right, so turn concluded. Points picked up here. 2 points picked up for that secondary. That's investigating the site. Just there with Disco Inferno. 10 points picked up for primaries. That puts us on 12. Tom did fulfill that other secondary in the end. No prisoners. So the score is 12 points to 10 at this stage. Thousand Suns marginally ahead. Tom does have a turn in hand. This, I think, is where it's going to kick off. He's already walking around the board here looking for places to land with the deep striking units. So is he going to stick to this plan of trying to break this triangle? We'll have to see. Lurking and partially hidden around the board at this stage. Thousand Suns really struggling to get to grips with the Grey Knights at this point in the battle. If Tom commits, it may well have to be with the majority of his force here just to try and overwhelm the Thousand Suns. But tactical decisions to make here for the Grey Knights for sure. We'll go on to their turn 2 next. So Tom's just measuring up here. We'll go around to his side of the board once his movement's complete. So for secondaries for the Thousand Suns, we've kept bringing it down here. So that stays on the damaged Dreadnought. Investigate site's been completed. And then when we dumped to overwhelming firepower, we dumped that one. So that one remains. There's 2 spare clear here for drawing next turn. All right, so movement on turn 2 for the Grey Knights. Cards, Assassination, Defend Stronghold, Capture Enemy Outpost are the cards that are in play. So, Grey Knight squad on the objective. Mephisto squad deep striking in. Tom's committed all the reserves to this fight. So, deploying back here, Tom's trying to stay 18 inches away so that I can't use it's like an all-spec scanner stratagem where I can shoot at something that's just landed if it's within 18 inches. It's landing just back here. Going to go for fire support with this one. The Wounded Dreadnought, the Grandmaster's moved through. He's going to go for it here. Being supported by Purifiers. Palpatine's with them, the Apothecary and Drago moving up as well.
And Interceptors.
Oh, yes, they were here, jumping and landing just inside there as well. So it's good support coming through. It's a big fight in this corridor of doom. Terminators arriving just here. I think they're going to land and again lend some firepower support. Going to go chicken hunting, landing in here with this Dreadnought, and then regular jump infantry now, so 12-inch move made by the Interceptors. I think that's it at this stage of the game, but it's kicking off now. Big fight, especially in the centre of the board. So whilst the models are on the table, this is the point where the Grey Knights have landed. The things are going to hot up now for sure. We'll pan around here, we'll bring in the music, let you see this visual feast here. Grey Knights taking on the 1000 Sons. Okay, I think it's fitting. The salt shaker himself, right in the thick of the fighting.
Sprinkle some seasoning.
Okay.
Right. Psychic powers.
I have to say, Tom, strange game this one. Not conventional at all.
I don't know how it's going to go here.
And the terrain entangles armies up. I really sense that you're boxed in. There's areas cut off that you can't see. It's hard to bring firepower, psychic powers to bear, and so on. So it's a twisty game for sure.
Right, we are going to start off with the purifiers. Yeah.
Okay.
And they are going to purifying flame into your terminators.
Here it comes.
So 4 plus 1, I believe that just goes off.
Okay.
They get +1 on purifying flame because they're purifiers.
Got it.
I believe it goes off on a 5.
Sounds familiar.
I could be wrong. Could be a 6.
Yeah, it goes off. I'm going to try and deny with Beaker, which we do on a 10.
Very denied.
Okay.
Right. Then we are going to go with... going to go with a smite with the interceptors.
Okay. No, not gone off.
Going to plan. I need to at least make you use some denies. So we'll go with...
Each time something doesn't work, I just have a vision of him just going like that, just shaking more salt from the pot. Okay.
Right. We are going to go with... purifiers have gone. We'll go with the... We'll go with Voldus.
Okay.
It's not Voldus. We'll go with Drago.
It's an amazing model, that Voldus model. Do you have that one? You do?
Yeah, I've got Voldus as well, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So we will start off with a smite, which goes off on a double 6.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So I will let that go off like that.
Right, nothing I can do.
So I'll take D3 mortals for 1 and do a deny it. No.
Okay.
So take a wound.
Okay.
Lovely here. So I'm going to go to a Patreon. And I need a Grey Knight helper.
Oh, because it's super smart, isn't it? Yes. Right, let's hunt for a Grey Knights player.
We did this last time as well.
There's a few Custodes players. Yeah, no. Yeah, what's that one? Oh, Imperial Knights, I think that one.
I'm reading
there.
upside down, so it's very hard for me.
Space Marine system. Chris Himes, diehard Imperial. If you want pure Imperial, it's Andrew Swan. He's Ultras and Custodians.
You're telling me there's no Grey Knight players here?
I don't think so, Tom.
All right, I'll go.
Stop!
Oh.
Sorry. Nicholas Lucas, GK,
Nicholas
Grey
Lucas.
Knights. Got it.
6 would be lovely.
Nicholas Lucas, we found one. A friend, indeed, is a 3. Not bad. Yeah, well, 3 mortal wounds.
And then we're going to go with...
That's a good start, Tom. Let's kill the Terminator. 3 mortal wounds caused.
Then we are going to go with Vortex of Doom.
Yeah, okay. That was worth keeping that, by the way, Tom. Well done. Yeah, the perils.
Oh, goes off on a 10.
Nice. Very good indeed. We'll try and deny with the Rubik Marines. And we block on an 11.
Let me make sure I don't get +1, because that's very annoying.
That is particularly annoying. And even if you're on +1, I block... Oh, no, I need to beat you, don't I?
Yeah,
Tom will...
I don't know if Volus gets +1. I don't think he does.
Tom means Drago, and he doesn't get +1, annoyingly. So that's been blocked.
How does Drago not get +1? Come on. This
Right.
is Drago we're talking about.
Write them a letter. The Games Workshop. They do listen now to people.
Right. So that doesn't go off either. So we are going to go with Michael Fryer, and we are going to go with...
One more bad result, and I think the salt mine's going to open here. So.
Most like it's just not doing anything, which is kind of,
Touche, yeah.
fitting. So we are going to go with...
So psychic phase is very tedious. Let's combine 2 strong psychic phases together and then just annoy each other.
I'm going to pop the Gem of an Octu for +2 to my cast.
Yeah, right.
And then I am going to go with... am I going to go with plus roll 1 dice extra?
Thomas Benner CP for 3d6 on the dice, and the Gem of an Octu's being played as well.
So we're going to go with Purifying Flame.
He really wants us to go ahead.
Purifying Flame goes off on a 10. So I think, like yours, that
8 plus 2,
Flame
10.
is an unmodified 10. Purifying Flame. If the result, that's yes. No, so it goes off on a 10, so it's just flat 3 mortals.
I'll try and
Yeah, you could.
I'll try and deny with him.
Nope.
Oh, close. Okay, goes ahead.
Another Terminator dead.
Another Terminator dead. Good result, Tom. Well done. Good for you.
Vortex of Doom.
Terminator removed. So 2 slain, 8 left.
Vortex of Doom. Come on. Please. Oh my goodness,
Whoa.
that is... right, so I'll take those 2,
Yeah.
which is an 11,
Yes.
and then I will add my 2 to it, so it goes off on a 13.
Fine. Go ahead.
So...
Cool. That's some result. 2d3 mortal wounds +1.
So that is 1, 2,
3, 4.
3, 4 mortals on the Terminators.
This is going well, Tom. This is very good.
And then 1 mortal to every unit within 3 inches of them.
Guaranteed?
Yep.
You must be joking. This is good here. We're trying to block this psychic stuff from coming through, but the damage is starting to filter through. Dim Prince needs to take 1 as well, so we'll knock him down. So mortal wounds caused on 1 on Disco, 1 on Araman, and 1 on the Dim Prince, dropping down to 7 wounds left. It's a really good result here. And you've just killed, I'll knock that down to 3. That's 3 Terminators slain. This is a really, really good psychic phase here. If the Terminators start to collapse, this Thousand Suns force will be in trouble. Okay, Imperial Amplification coming through.
Goes off on an 8.
Okay. I'll try and deny that with Araman. Nope, so that goes through.
Okay.
Just marking up the models here to show you which ones have denied.
Right, so then with my Librarian, I'm going to try and do Sanctuary, not Librarian. He's already been. The Apothecary, I'm going to try and do Sanctuary.
Okay.
It does not go off.
Okay.
So that is pretty much everyone in this vicinity done. These are going to attempt to do a smite on them, needing an 8. Nope. And then he will attempt to do a smite on them. Nope.
Okay.
And then these guys are going to attempt to move and shoot. Or shoot and move. Which they do.
As cock dice, so it's gone off on an 8. We'll try and deny with Araman. We block it on a 10.
Poo! because that was very, very, very important.
Kate. Sorry, I just roll the dice,
Yeah,
Tom.
you
You know.
stop doing that. Stop rolling the dice. Just let me roll dice.
Okay.
So just so people know, my plan.
Yeah. What was the plan?
Which is why I left that till last to try and see whether you would, because I presumed you would have used up all your things, but I kept failing everything. Was to kill all the chickens over here with the Dread Knight, and then move and shoot right over to the objective.
Oh, grab objective.
Grab the objective.
Oh, yeah. Got it. Very, very cool.
But I'm not going to be able to do that now. So, and there's no other way around it
phase.
unless I can charge and make a funny angle. Okay. So that is all of my psychic done. That was a long psychic phase.
Yeah, tedious psychic phase here, but that's what we were expecting it here for this clash. We'll press on. What's of note is the damage against those Terminators. We'll go into shooting phase next. Right, first up, CP being spent for a psych out grenade being thrown against the Terminators. Strange one, but here comes a grenade.
Yep, so it goes off, so you perils with the warp.
Right. How strange.
And it's in the shooting phase.
Yeah. So I can't, there's a stratagem that lets me deny when I perils in my psychic phase, so I can't use it. So I just take the perils.
Yep.
2 more wounds.
Okay.
So it's going to
So the question is, does it go on him or does it go on your sorcerer? I would imagine it can't go on the sorcerer, even though it has to be the sorcerer that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll have to.
Yeah, it's a bit of a confusing one because you've already taken wounds there.
Yes. By reading the rulebook, we reckon it's the psychic unit takes the damage, which I'll allocate to them with the damage already, so it will slay him. You have to. I can't pick another unit or another model to take the damage. It's another one slain. Tom's now killed 4 Terminators. That is a significant result for sure.
Is it 1 wound over as well? Did he just have 1 left?
No, of course 2. Yeah, so he's a 3 wound model.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So he's on 1, took 2 more dead.
Right. So then we go to shooting.
Yeah, shooting phase now.
So I will start with this one here into the Terminator.
Okay. Right, so I've played it. It's 3 CP. It's to drop the damage characteristic by 1. It's going to affect some weapons. There's a fair bit of firepower here of damage 2, damage 3 coming through against these Terminators. I've got to try and protect them as much as I can. But that is a hammer blow. Losing my CP trying to protect them.
So we'll start off with the Psy Cannon.
Yeah, go ahead. So here we go.
3s. So a 6 is an auto wound.
Yep.
And then 2s, luckily. Right, so 4 wounds.
Oh, because your strength 8?
Yep.
Okay. So what have we got here coming through?
Strength 8. I am -2.
Yep.
For 3 damage.
Okay. Add Armor of Contempt.
Yep. So,
nice one.
Yep.
It takes me to 3s. Don't get all his dust. 3 ups. We'll go Patronic here. A lot of Patronic protective dice being used. Go carry Concours here. Ooh. 2 make it through, right?
Yep. So 2 dead. Oh no, you reduce the damage. So yeah. So 1's dead. Makes a big difference.
Yeah. Okay, that's helped.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
Tom's destroyed half the squad though.
And then we'll go with the Gatling gun. So that's auto wounds. I'm on 3s because I'm injured.
Yep.
And then there you go. So that is 5, but you're on your 2-up save.
Pass all except 1. 1 win taken.
Okay, and then we're going to go with the one at the back here.
The back, right. So all of his damage coming through is damage 1.
It will be damage 1 now because of your
Right. I think we had to burn those CP, but it's painful to see them all go.
Well, I'm hoping now you've burnt all that, there's not going to be anything to interrupt, and I'll just dive in and slaughter. Hopefully, it'll be a while. 3s, 6s, auto wound.
He's going for the Terminators. If he breaks them, he'll break this army.
4s, 5. Once again, you're on your 2-ups. Could you ignore my... What? You rolled 5?
I did!
You rolled 5 ones!
I did, Tom, I did!
Woohoo! Well, okay.
That's the
Luke, how does it feel to be me?
I don't know.
No, you do know. You're feeling it right now.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Right. So yeah, I just have to
Wow.
I
don't know what to say about
take
that.
it. So that slays one and that slays another. Oh man, that's some blow coming through. Ouch. 7 slain out of 10. In the most bizarre of circumstances here. Tom pulling out multi-shenanigan tricks as much as he can to try and strip these Terminators down. And it's working. It's working. More shots coming through.
This is the side cannon. Hit on 3s. 6 is auto wound.
Oh.
So that is 5. So these are going to be -1 effectively, because so just to explain to people watching, because he's reduced my damage of my side cannon to only damage 1.
Yeah.
That means he then does now get
all his dust.
Yeah. So actually, no, you're on 2s because you get all his dust and yeah. So just
2s are good
ones
because I rarely roll 1s.
Yeah. That's more like it.
That's better.
Yeah, I actually...
The Xenos dice are back.
Yeah.
Just a glitch in the matrix there with that dice rolling.
Okay.
3 left though, and Tom fancies his chances in close combat to bring them down.
We'll shoot them. We'll shoot them a little bit.
Okay.
Because I've got to try and kill 1 to start being able to shoot the
character.
Yeah.
No.
So we'll go with the interceptors. 1, 2.
Tom's doing well here, watching Tom building up well in this game.
3s.
Grey Knight's starting to ascend here. I can sense it. If he breaks the Terminators, it's the 400-point unit. Yeah, 400 points. That's before any upgrades, which I couldn't afford
5.
to take. 5 more.
Yeah.
Past those.
Okay, so that's 1 lot through.
His damage is done though. He's done it. He's done it. He's got them down to just 3 left.
Right, then we're going to go for... I need to kill 1.
Do you realise, Tom, there'll be Imperial players going nuts here, seeing the demise of the Thousand Suns potentially. See how this turn pans out. This could be perhaps the...
Go Drago, Stormbolter. I just realised I should have re-rolled 1s a minute ago because of Drago, but don't worry. Right, 2 from Drago.
He's picked up a wound. Well done.
Okay. And then we will go with...
You're trying to break the triangle as well. You can break through to that objective and start disrupting things to the Thousand Suns as well. So it's a big incentive here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna... I've got nothing else to... Well, I've got the Purifiers, which are re-rolling all hits and all wounds.
Yeah.
But it's still 1s. You've still got your 1-up save, or your 2-up save. So, yeah, well... Can I kill 1 anywhere else? I can't, can I?
Oh, Tom's trying to break through to characters. This is why he's trying to...
Right, so we'll go with the Purifiers. They're re-rolling all hits and all wounds.
So with the Grey Knights, they can call in Dakar when they need it.
The problem is, like, this is not going to do much against, well, obviously, unless you do one of those rolls you did a minute ago. Alright, so let's re-roll all of those. Well, if I make you roll more, hopefully. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So if I could get 2 1s out of that, I'd be happy.
How about 3?
3 would be even better.
Whoa! Slays him, puts a wound onto another. The unit's now in a sorry state. Doubtful it's going to recover. Plus, with close combat to come, you can sense their doom now.
Okay, so that is all the shooting in this area done. So then we'll move on to these guys.
Okay.
We'll go with shots into them.
Terminators, yeah.
1, 2, 3s.
just to remind you, this is for a place in the grand final. Always forgotten the magnitude of the game here.
Only 4.
One of these armies could be channel champions. At the moment, it looks like it's the Grey Knights who have a chance. How many?
4.
4.
Into the chickens.
5 up invulnerable saves, locked 1, 3 slain.
Into the chickens?
Yep. Interceptors into the Zangors. It'll be forced wind.
Yep. Two, 4, 6, 8, 9.
We'll block a few, but we'll take 5 more. And that's enough actually to wipe out the squads. They're gone. This flank's starting to collapse across here as well. So good news followed by good news here for the Grey Knights.
I'll fire the shots from this Dread Knight into Demon Prince.
Yes, you can.
What's your invuln?
4+. I can
You
activate.
can activate a 3-up.
Yes, once per game.
What's your normal save?
3+.
Normal save is 3+. 6. So I'm going to need... Yeah, well, I'll go for it anyway.
Yeah, Tom's going to go after the Demon Prince. So the angle has now opened up against him.
So we're going to go with the Gatling gun first. Oh, yes. And then we'll get rid of those. So that's 3 auto wounds. And we're going to go with the 5s, but you are toughness 6. I'm strength 5, so I need 5s. So that's 4.
So 5 power from here. It's not 60 to auto wound. Tom's taken those 3 6s that he rolled up to wound, and they all failed. It's a stratagem that's been used across here, but he's used it across there just by mistake. But we've corrected. That's fine. So now it's the what weapon is this?
Side cannon.
A cannon next.
Yeah. And then this is strength 8, so
3s to 8. All of them. Okay. Just 1 wound came through from the first weapon.
-2.
I'm going to activate my 3+ invulnerable save. That's passed. And then 4 saves from this damage 3 weapon.
No, damage 2.
Damage 2 weapon.
So only damage 3 if I have Empiric Amplification, which is on this guy in the middle.
Nathan Paxton. Yeah, Nathan Paxton. 3 ups to aid the Thousand Suns. We pass all of them. But it has burnt that once per game. It's Otherworldly Presence, it's called. To give him that 3+ invulnerable save. That lasts the rest of the phase for anyone who wishes to shoot at him.
That's all of my shooting done.
Right, shooting phase is finished. We do have some combats, I think, to take place. All right, Charger's gone ahead. We've got a real fight here. Proper semi-final battle taking place. So, Drake Knight's gone in, Grandmaster's gone in. We've heroically intervened across here. I think I have to now. I've just got to get stuck in against these, try and do something. Purifiers have gone in. Interceptors have gone in. They've managed to get through to Disco Inferno as well. So there's trouble here for the Thousand Suns. If Tom's in amongst my Psychers, I am officially in trouble. If he does well in the centre and breaks the tip of the triangle as well, he'll start denying us points. We'll hold 2. But for us to keep that 10 flowing in, I've got to hold more objectives than Tom. His objectives are quiet enough and anchored. If he breaks mine, he controls 3, I control 2. He'll start getting the 10 points. So this is all going well here. In this central corridor, this is where the main fight is, the deciding part for this battle. But having said that, the flanks are being eaten away here for the Thousand Suns. They're losing their chaff type units, which are useful enough to screen, protect, fulfill secondaries and so on. But Tom's in amongst the elite of the elite here for the Thousand Suns.
I'll go with the Interceptors against
Disco Inferno.
Yeah, against Disco first. I'll just double check.
Fun to have to strike first. I've got no CP. I can't interrupt any of these attacks coming through. Tom's free to strike with everything.
So hitting on 4s. So
Triple 4.
Triple 4. And wounded on 2s. 6s are mortals. 1 wound.
Oof.
Yeah, 1 wound.
Okay. AP -2 for a hammer.
AP -2, yeah.
So 3 up save, 4 up, 5 up, 4 up for Armour of Contempt. We'll go for Darren Gardner on this one. A 4+ would keep the damage away. No, I can't reroll. 3 wounds taken. I'm still alive, but Disco's taken a hit.
Force halberds.
Halberds are dangerous.
Strength 6.
No reroll 1s for your main man in the middle.
Yes. Thank you, Luke.
No problem, Tom.
So that is 2.
Yeah.
-2.
-1 in effect, so 4+ again.
2 damage each.
2 damage. To stay alive, Travis and Jen. Jen, no. Travis, no. God, disco. The party's over for him. He's gone. He had taken a wound somewhere. Oh, yeah, it's it. Sorry, it's just under your model. Like so. He can go back. Tom can make a consolidation move. That's the Phoenix Sword slain. I haven't protected them too well in this game. It's Daniel Cunningham removed from play. Tom breaking through to these Psychers, which are meant to be protected, but is in amongst them here, so it's big trouble. Purifier's next.
Purifier's next.
They've been blessed by Drago, so rerolling all hits and wins. Good job you had that. And Drago's blessing helps out for sure. This is all going into Terminators.
Yep.
Oh,
6s are good. 6s are mortals, yeah. So 1 mortal in addition.
Sure.
2 mortals. Yeah, that's all of them. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 2 mortals on top. AP3.
I'll take the 4+ invulnerable save. As I'll not use a Patreon for that because I think we all know what's going to happen here. Ugh. Terminators destroyed. They're gone. The 400-point unit butchered. In a variety of ways. Grenades thrown. Psychic powers. Shooting. Close combat. But it took that multi-stack number of attacks coming through to destroy them. That's kind of weird. Tom's not lost a model yet in this game. That is... Neither have I, Tom.
Well, these guys are still alive.
Oh, yeah, I've got reserves. Yes, got reserves. Cultists. Right, I could bring 1,000 cultists onto the table and they still wouldn't do very much.
I am going to go with the Grandmaster.
Yeah, it's now going to go into the Demon Prince. What
your
showdown.
Chicken Lord. And I am going to call upon the might of Andrew Swan.
He's been saving the Andrew Swan dice. Andrew Swan is an Ultramarines and Custodes player. About as pure Imperium as you can get.
I am pretty sure I am down to 5 attacks, but I will just double check. I am still on 5 wounds, so 5 attacks.
Damaged Grandmaster takes on the Demon Prince here in mortal combat.
2s.
Still hitting on 2s.
So 1 less.
I take away. Oh, you just slain another Phoenix Sword, by the way. Terminator's gone. That's Lucas Brown removed from play.
And toughness 6, strength 10, so 3s.
Oh, not sure.
Okay, so that's 2 mortal wounds.
No.
And then 4 through at -4.
Longbow BB is a World Eaters player. 4 pluses.
You're going to use Longbow BB against himself?
Aha, yes, that's very Thousand Sunsy kind of stuff to do. 6. 6. 1 and 3. 2 make it 3. What is that?
So it's 2d6 plus 2 mortal wounds.
2d6.
So 7, 8, 9 wounds.
9 wounds is dead. Right, okay. Ooh, the Hourglass of Manat. We shall get back up. I don't think I get back up within engagement range. I don't think. I'd like to, but I don't think we do. I'll just keel him over. Like so. Well done, Tom. Good for you. And you can shuffle a little. Every bit counts. Okay, he's done his job. Well done.
Oh. Yeah, he would. In fact, it would have been even more. So
because of your
+1 damage.
Damage, right. Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Carnage, Tom. Absolute carnage in the centre of the board. All right, so he's back up. Hourglass of Manat being played. It's the relic. So I rolled a 5, so it's D3 wounds. So 3 wounds back onto Demon Prince. He has to set up just over an inch away from any enemy models, so he's not within range to carry on the fight. But he does clamber back onto his 4 feet. I was going to say hooves, but he's not. He's got like paws, he's like a sphinxy type thing. So it's 4 of them. 2 hind legs and 2 forelegs and 2 wings. and 2 arms, sorry, and a tail, sorry. So we'll calculate points end of the turn. But impressive stuff from the Grey Knights. I mean, they are the Swiss Army knife of the Space Marines. Very impressive stuff from there. Well done to Tom. They've smashed the centre and are now in amongst the Thousand Sons Psychers. Okay, so turn comes to an end. Points coming, another secondary for field assassination.
Yep.
Traded in. Okay. 5 points for primaries as well. So let's put Tom on 20. Thousand Sons have 12. So Tom does have the lead. It's not much, not many points being scored at this stage. Still much to play for. Is there much to play for the Thousand Sons is the question. We've still got potent psychers left for sure. The battle is definitely for the centre of the board. I do have some units that can counter-punch, but it may be the case that Tom's just got too much now. Too many assets available as units across here that are dangerous enough. With an open flank, not much to protect this objective across here unless we start diverting stuff across. So I think the hammer blow has fallen heavy enough on the Thousand Sons. It may well be a struggle for them to recover. But maybe if we keep battling for this triangle here, see what secondaries come up, the situation perhaps could be salvaged by them. But the Thousand Sons are staring doom and defeat in the face. But we'll see if they can change their destiny. We'll go on to turn 3 for them next. Yeah, Weaver of Fates here. These are the secondaries that have been drawn. Bring It Down remains. Let's destroy him, who is available for destruction. Storm hostile objective. Recapture the tip of the triangle. And if we do that, we'll then get battlefield supremacy for controlling 3 objectives. A massive incentive to fight right here. This is where it's at on turn 3 here for the Thousand Sons. Alright, so major focus across here. Aaron gearing up with Chicken Wing. Rubik Marines heading off in this direction. Beaker to anchor here. I brought these on just here to help hold that objective. These 2 squads to hold on to this home objective across here. And then the Demon Prince has been joined by the Lone Spawn, who's just been tucked around here for a couple of turns. He's moved up 7. And then jumping across 12 of him to try and stop those. If those have free reign to jump around, they'll cause trouble for this objective. So we're going to try and take on the Interceptors. Maulafine, the Comiskey Maulafine, stampeding through in this direction to lend some support in the battle for the centre of the table. We'll go on to Psychic Phase next. So on Psychic Phase here, Doombolt went through. I made it undeniable. Tom fouled all 3, feel no pains. Dropped down to 2 wounds left. Then went for a Smite. 2 mortal wounds came through. Tom blocked both with 5+ feel no pain. We'll go for Zinch's Firestorm into the same target here. So this is going into the Grandmaster. We'll go Tyler Summers here for this one. So we'll see if this goes off. It does on a 9. So Tom's got plenty of units that can deny. I think he'd rather block this one.
8, 9.
9, no.
No.
9 dice, needing 6s. 1. Failed. 1 wound left. Oh boy. Next, Demon Prince across here for Temporal Surge, just to get a bit more movement out of these Rubik Marines. This is very, very important. We'll go, guys, all Imperial players. Here's a Xenos. Andrea Stewart to help out on this one. Yeah, goes off on a 9. Tom, I would imagine, will want to try and block this one if he can.
Nope.
No, we'll move the Rubik Marines again. Yeah, I don't know about writing the Thousand Sons off. They're trying to recover the situation. We've filtered these around to form a second line to replace the Terminators and once again to try and protect the Psychers. As we've seen, Aaron's still alive and potent enough. We'll go on to... well, there's a second power actually for the Demon Prince required. We'll go Smite with him. Try and wheedle out some super smites. Here's Chris Comiskey, the Fickle Dice. You never know what you might get with this. Yeah, +1. Yeah, I've done 1 smite so far, so that actually does go off.
Denied.
It's been stopped though. We'll go Smite here with Chicken Wing. Now this one's really important. This could bring the Grandmaster down. We'll go for Bjork the Zog Puncher for this one. Orc player. 7, 8 does go off. This is a big denial.
Does not go off. Denied.
Tom, 11. Oh, what damage would it have been? Just to find out. It would have been 3. That would have brought him down, I reckon. Unless Tom rolled up the 5+ feel no pains. Do you want to roll them, Tom, just to see?
How many? 3?
Yeah, it would have been 3. Would have been.
Yeah, I would have died.
Would have died. Yeah. Temporal manipulation from him onto the dim print, so if we can get it to go off. It will on a 9.
Oh, I've got plenty of denies around here still. Nope. 6.
Stopped. Yeah, Tom's got loads of units that can deny. Every unit in your army can deny stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go for... we're running out. I think it's pretty much Beaker now. We'll go for Smite. We'll try and root out a Super Smite if we can. Dave Humphries for this one. Roll this at +1. 5, 6. That's not going to go through. I've done too many smites already, so that's not gone ahead. I'll try and put the 4+ invulnerable save onto them, just to try and help them out. That will go off.
What did it go off on?
7, 8.
Yep, there it goes off.
Okay. Just try and protect those Rubik Marines as much as we can. Here it is. Again, anticipating trouble headed their way. The sorcerer here, we'll try and smite into him. He's closer, positioned him so that he is. Surely I am, Tom, annoyed enough to use...
Yes, I would say you're annoyed enough to use the Raycross.
The Raycross dice.
And you need like a...
Take this, Imperial Scum. Yes. 9. Reckon we've done it, just about.
Nope, 6.
Again.
Yes! Oh, I needed that. I needed to keep him alive. How have I done that? What is going on?
I don't know. What would have I killed a model yet, Tom?
No.
What would the damage have been? It would have been 2. Would that have killed him?
Yes.
Would have killed him. Oh, man. Talk about frustration of the psychic phase. Anything else, Psychers? I think that's the last of it. Okay, we'll head on to shooting phase next. Right, searching for wounds. Inferno pistols going into here. Single shots. So,
Pew.
first one.
Teleported.
Tom, you're joking. Let me kill a model. No. Oh, he's gone. I forgot that you had that power. So where's he going to go?
Where he cannot be shot.
You're joking.
Let me just...
He's putting him over here. That's insane that he's able to do that. But fair's fair. That's the way he's been built. So
that's why the 6 was so big, to keep him alive, that you had to shoot him.
So it's an amplified fist pumping.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So he's gone, and I'm on Bring It Down, you see, against him. So now I can't track him down for destruction, so that is annoying. He's off the objective, though. We'll still unleash our volley with our bolters. We'll pick on, I think, the purifiers. So I'm going to put a full volley into... We've done the pistol shots, by the way, and we caused a wound against the purifiers. That's pistol shots from here. So we'll now go for a full volley from these into the purifiers. So pistol shot, bolters. I'll do the Soul Reaper in just a moment. So looking for 3s. We're rerolling 1s, thankfully, for our psychic buddies nearby. That's helped. So take away the 1s and 2s. Now try and wound on 4s. Ooh. Okay. So Tom has a dozen saves to make here. 12 saves at -2. Armor of Contempt.
Armor of Contempt, yes. But also Apothecary.
Fine.
So for that 6. Yeah, so just making sure. Right, so we've got how many?
A dozen.
A dozen. Should we call upon some...
There's 5 Patreons left. Yeah, and they're pretty much all Imperial. You've got a debut here for Blood Angels Ryan. No Blood Angels on the board. Oh, yes, there is. There is Blood Angels on the table. Look. Here's one.
They're dead.
And there's another one. Where is he? Sorry, Ryan. He's stuck under the Mortar Fiend. Okay, sorry, Karen. And there's another Blood Angel, sorry.
On the front of the Mortar Fiend.
On the front of the Mortar Fiend. Oh, dear. Carry on.
What save have I got here? What you hit me with?
Well, it's -2 Armor of Contempt, so I reckon you're on 4s. What
right.
the...
So that would be...
What on earth?
3?
Yeah.
And then 6s. Yeah, so 1.5.
There's half one gone. So two slain from that squad in total, but some dice roll, incredible stuff. Well done. And that was Blood Angels Ryan. Well done. What a debut roll. Fantastic. Soul Reaper Cannon next. Rerolling 1s. Yeah. 3s to win. 2 make it through. These are -3, so 5 ups to block. Blocked 1. 1 wound taken. Pistol shot from here. Same target. Hits. Wounds. A 4+ on the purifiers.
Yep.
And blocked again. Tom failed to feel no pain, by the way, for that wound that came through from the Soul Reaper Cannon. And I think that's firepower from those done. I think that's firepower done across the board here for the Thousand Suns. If we're going to clear these Grey Knights out of the way, it's got to be in close combat. We're going to charges next.
It's just super strong, isn't it? So.
Yeah, Honor Contempt's massive help. For both of us, really. I guess we both benefited from it. So charges here. Morlefie's gone in, smashing its way through. No charges for any of these units across here. Dim Prince and the Lone Spawn has made it in as well over on this flank. So there's no interrupt plays available. So we're free to fight first of all of these charging units. Tom doesn't believe me here. Look, he's wounding on 2s. He's hitting on 2s. And then his strength 7 +1 for Hellforged Sword. Egg minus 3 damage.
Oh, it's because I thought he was just attacking me with his kebab sticks.
Right, that's it, Tom. You're just I'm gonna kill more models here.
Yes.
I'm gonna add to your grand total.
Of 2.
Of 2. 2s. 2s. I'll do 4 make it through. 4 saves of 5+.
Right. Well, I think after the last Patreons,
Chris Heim.
Yeah, we'll go for it, Chris.
They're all Imperial players. It's not fair. Marcus Anthony, diehard Imperial, or a bit of Tau as well. Drew Garms, Dylan Moore. They're all
5s?
Imperials. Yeah, 5s to block these.
Well, that'll do it.
No way on earth, Tom.
All of them.
Oh,
All of them.
come on. No.
What has happened?
Don't know.
What has happened?
The dice have been patronised.
Chris, you legend. I don't know what to say. Your Spawn better be up to the job is all I'm saying. Oh dear. What is going on?
I don't know. This is the ascendancy of the Imperium of man, Tom. And it's the Chrome Marines here that are reigning supreme. The dice rolls
Unreal.
have been crazy. Right.
Spawn?
Yeah, Spawn, it's got to be. You're going to spend the CP to give him
Unreal.
an extra... Rerolling my wounds. 2d3 +1 attacks. Oh, God.
What is going on?
Don't know.
We've swapped.
4s. Oh, no.
Oh, well, I'll take that. Any day.
Wounded, -2, -1, 4 up.
Oh, yeah.
Got 1, killed 1.
2 damage?
2 damage.
We'll take them one away.
Okay. That's it. Oh, man.
Wow.
I've got... Hang on a second. Malefic Talons. I get 1 additional attack with this weapon. I'm going to get a Malefic Talon attack. Forgot about that. 6 is a hit.
That's what you get for forgetting about it.
Failed to wound. Strength 7. Yeah, it doesn't go through.
Oh, dear.
Whoa, what a
That's
disaster.
crazy.
Right. Down to the Morlefine next. Surely this thing will make an impact. I think it's a fair bit better.
The Patreons are on fire.
I'd just say so. Yeah. I'm scared to touch the last of the dice there. There's 3 Imperial players left. Attacks 5. We'll go Morlefine Fists first of all. Looking for 3s. Yeah. Looking for 2s. Oh, just about. Strength 14. Looking for... Yeah, it's all good. -3, -2. 2 5-ups.
Okay, well, I'm doing it.
Marcus Anthony. Long time supporter of the channel, Marcus Anthony.
Double 5, please.
Oh, no.
Okay, 2 dead.
Yeah, 2 slain.
Squish these.
Now, back in the day, Lasher Tendrils were damage 2. I've got a bad feeling. Damage 1. 6 additional attacks. Looking for 3s. 2 come through at -1 ignored, so 3 ups to block.
1 block.
1 wound taken. Just a single wound, just damage 1. Now, there's me thinking, I failed my attacks here. Tom can strike back with both of these units. Particular danger across here. One of those Grey Knights is swinging a Thunderhammer.
Right, so we are going to go with 2 into the Swan.
What I would do, yep.
2 into the Prince. So we'll go with the Prince first. And we will go with...
Drew Gums. Tempest, Scions, and Cadian player.
So he is in charge of the Thunderhammer attacks.
4s, -1 to hit rolls. 3s. This is huge.
So that is 1 mortal wound.
Oh.
In addition, because of the tide of... Tide of. Un momento, por favor.
Tide of something.
Yes.
I can roll up my invuln saves of 4+. It'll save you looking in the book, Tom.
Okay. Just don't fail one.
Close the book, Tom.
Okay.
He's dead. That's the end of him. And the Hourglass of Manette only goes back once, Tom. So the imprints is removed. That's another Phoenix Lord that has been put to the sword here. I've not protected them very well at all.
And then the other attacks.
Yeah. This is the Falchions, is it?
Very good, yeah. Well, I'm strength 6, your toughness 5, so 1 through.
Yeah, damage.
Straight through, 2 damage.
2 damage, okay. Still alive for the spawn.
You're not in combat.
Well done. Now striking back here, is there a Thunder Hammer in your squad?
Yes, there's a Demon Hammer in there as well, yeah.
Okay.
And Falchion and a thing. So we are going to go with the final Dylan Moore. Thunder Hammer attacks. 3 hits. Toughness?
7. 3s.
Okay, so one mortal.
Oh no!
And 3 through.
Right. Oh dear. The Imperial Patrons are like, Tom, we should all go through to the final together. Sorry, let's roll up invuln saves here. No, -2 armor contempt. 4 ups. Haha.
You get an... Oh, right, okay. So 7 damage total.
7 damage, yes.
And I've still got the halberds.
Yep.
So we'll go with the halberds. Strength 6, toughness 7, did you say?
Yeah.
5s. So nothing.
Ooh.
And then the warding stave is 1 hit. It is strength 7 though, so 4s. It's a mortal.
Yep.
And that goes through. I think it's only -1 though.
So on 8 damage so far, still on 8 damage. So 4 wounds left. Mauler has taken a battering. That's the Comiskey Mauler just almost destroyed there. Alright, so combat's resolved. It's been quite eventful here. Some spectacular stuff taking place. The battlefield a little bit emptier now. Casualties heavy for the Thousand Sons. It looks emptier for the Grey Knights, but Tom's stuff's spread out around the board. Much of his army, virtually all of his army, is still alive on the table. And if that's the stage, or if that's the situation on turn 3, it's not healthy at all for the opposing force. So we'll calculate points. We'll see what points have come through. I think Tom's picked up some points on my turn here as well for secondaries. All right, so Thousand Sons are actually in the lead at this point. Tom's obviously got a turn in hand. 10 points picked up for secondaries. Storm hostile objective and battlefield supremacy was achieved. We did retake this tip of the triangle here near the middle of the table. Tom picked up 5 points. What was your 5 points for secondaries?
It was for defend stronghold. So at the end of your turn, I needed to be holding my home objective.
Fine, yeah, an easy one. 5 points picked up for that. We picked up 5 points for primaries. So let's put us on 27 points in total to 25. So the Thousand Sons ahead, only by a small amount. Tom's got a turn in hand. This could be his turn 3 where he further sees the Thousand Sons heading towards defeat. Again, the fight for the centre. Thousand Sons options, though, starting to get cut down. If Tom deals with this lot, it's just chaff that remains. We'll go on to turn 3 for the Grey Knights next. Movement phase here on turn 3 for the Grey Knights. Capture enemy outpost, grind them down, and deploy teleport hammer. Shifting across with him, he's going to lend some firepower support across this direction. You can see the Mauler Fiend. Mephisto squad kept alive here, pushing through. The Terminators on the move. Dread Knight there at the back, available. Characters pushing through. Purifiers again pushing through. Again, it's going to be an assault across here for sure. Terminators across here pushing through.
They advanced as well.
Oh, they advanced, right, so just rapidly converging on the Thousand Sons position. Pulling out a close combat and getting bodies onto this objective.
Spent a
here.
CP with them as well.
Which you can shoot.
For fight on the move, so I can move, shoot and charge.
And these came from here as they jumped across.
Just to get bodies on the objective.
Fine, okay. So that's movement done. Psychic phase next. Psychic phase is finished here. So what was the power?
We had a Purifying Flame that was cancelled out here.
Yeah.
We had a Smite that was cancelled out here. We had the Vortex of Doom go off from the Librarian. So 2d3 mortal wounds, and
That's
then one mortal wound to everyone around.
Yes, him. Araman took one. Chicken Wing took one.
Yep. And then there was also a Purifying Flame from the Librarian, and that is everything that's got through. Failed a Smite over here. Got the Empiric Amplification off over here actually for the 3 damage, just to try and finish off the last few wounds on the Mauler Fiend, and then nothing else can do anything. So no psychic powers here because they fell back. They advanced, and he failed his smite.
Yeah, and then that's Father Smite across there. Rubik Marines have lost 3 casualties so far and a wound on another model. Going to shooting phase next. All right, shooting phase finished. Ed Pharaoh's squad's taking a battering. Lots of shots come through. I think the main damage came from the Dread Knight there at the back, just offloading its firepower. A lot of damage to the wounds got through. Fouled some saves, rolled some 1s and 2s. And then, yeah, Mordelfiend's gone. It was shot in the back by him.
Damage 3 side cannon.
Yeah, with the psychic power. No, fantastic job, well done. So that's that target destroyed. I think we're looking at victory here for the Grey Knights, so we're not called it quite yet. We've got to charges for them next. All right, so charges taking place. These 2 characters haven't gone in. Apothecary's decided to make the charge along with the Purifiers. They've gone in to what's left of our secondary line here. It's the last stand from the Rubik Marines. Across here, these have gone in. Tom had paid the CP for the stratagem to let them fall back, shoot and charge. So in they go. And that's pretty much it here. This is it here, rolling up these combats. This is...
wow, that's not actually that good. 1 mortal, and then 5 invuns, if you got invuns.
Yeah, chickens have 5+ invulnerable save.
Oh, that's pretty good going.
Okay, 3 casualties there. Fun to have a next. Dudes.
So 2 mortals.
Oh, so good. Yeah. What is that coming from?
That's the
rapiers.
Tide, yeah. So I'm maxed out. I can only do 3 mortals per unit, I think it is.
So how many mortals? 2 more?
2 mortals
and then 3.
Yeah.
So that 5 casualties. So useful. It's good going. That Zangor squad's been wrecked. Just a couple of models left. Well done.
Right, and then we'll go with the Purifiers. 3.
Yep, against the Rubik Marines.
3. So I'll have to go separately because of the swords. So we'll go the swords into the Rubiks.
Just toughness 4.
So 1 mortal, and then 4 saves.
Well done. A mortal wound brings him down.
4 saves minus 3.
4+. Fouled. Damage of?
2 damage each.
They're gone. Destroyed them. And another... apologies. Phoenix Lord gone. Zed Pharaoh's squad removed from play. Thousand Sons are being resoundly beaten here. Slaughtered, in fact, by the Grey Knights. There'll be a lot of happy Imperial players here, Tom, to watch this great victory take place.
It's the Tide of conversions. Each time a model in this unit makes a melee attack with a nemesis weapon on an unmodified reroll of a 6, the target suffers 1 mortal wound in addition. And then I believe that was FAQ'd, so it's only each unit can do 3 mortals, I think it is.
So what's the vibe with Grey Knights? There's not many a Grey Knight player out there. I haven't met many of them, but this seems a potent enough codex. There's lots of...
Yeah, there's lots of tricks to be had. I think it's just... There's going to be some bad matchups for them, like everything, but like the problem is they're designed to counter Psykers.
Right.
So...
Yeah. That's
it's one of those. Shot. It's one of those.
So we're going to call it at this stage. The Thousand Sons have lost. There is no recovery from this. Tom dominates the table. In the later turns of the game, there's nothing to stop Tom from sweeping through here. Even if you manage to deal with this cluster of stuff just there. It's got units converging in. There's Dread Knights on the move. There's Terminator squads pushing through. So I think it's safe to say we have a resounding victory here for the Grey Knights. I've killed 5 models. Tom's killed about 80% of my force. So there's secondaries that could come through, but what's going to happen here is Tom's going to push through, clear these objectives away, and then he's going to claim 5 points for each objective that he controls at the end of the game. We did say at the start of this battle that it may well be the last man standing, the last units to be remaining alive that will bring victory, and that'll be the guarantee for Tom. He'll clear objectives away, hold them, and then pick up 5 points each for a maximum of 20 points in total at the end of the battle. So Grey Knights have done it. They broke the first line of Thousand Sons defence. They broke the second line here, and then now they're in amongst what is left of the Thousand Sons, which isn't much at all. All heavy infantry destroyed. Dim Prince gone. Mordelfiend slain. I've got some chaff at the back. These cultists, as zealous as they are, will melt away into the shadows and vow to come back. Some
absolutely crazy dice rolls.
Extreme stuff going on. But that's all the ingredients you want for a semi-final out here. So we have victory. It goes to the Imperium in this game. We will have an Imperial army represented in the grand final for our Season 10 battle reports. We may well be staring at the channel champions here. The Grey Knights could well take the crown. Oh, what glory that will be. Tom now represents the Imperium. He's destroyed this Chaos Force. We don't know who or what he will face in the final battle. But all that counts and all that matters is that he's made it to the final hurdle for his force to make it through. He's made it through to the grand final. Well done, Tom. Congratulations. But the crown remains elusive at this stage as one final battle to be had. You reckon you've kept all Phoenix Lords alive?
All my Phoenix Lords are alive.
Yeah, well done, Tom. Right, they've survived through. Units of the game. Tom's going to give it to the Grandmaster across here, commanded by Longbow BB. So well done. I'm going to give it to Aramond. Pretty good performance from him. Other units just struggled in this particular fight. Our Psychic Phase was frustrated. It was part of the way Grey Knights operate. But
they're super mobile.
The Grey Knights?
Yeah, you're a walking fortress.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah, like a mobile chicken farm.
I'll be honest, I was surprised. Well, I was saying before the turn started about taking out that Terminator unit, and I did not think
it
was going to go like that at all. But is that when you rolled the 5 1s?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I think that was almost... Because you just need to keep a couple left alive, and then you can start regenerating them, can't you?
Yeah. But as soon as they start dropping like sort of half their strength, they start losing their potency for sure, and it's not worth paying out the CPs to amplify their firepower and so on. And then units of the game with the Thousand Suns. I'll go with Araman here for this fight. Pretty good psychic stuff from him during the game. But it was frustrated. Tom hiding units away, that was effective enough, and then able to deny stuff and disrupt the Thousand Suns psychic phase. So that's units of the game for both sides. I'll call out the patrons here at silver level. That's Dawson Backen, Jason Martinez, Marcus Olsen, Peter Goodall, Ross Caldwell, William Schwarz, and Zachary Lee. Big thanks to them for their support at silver level. Keep a look out for more battle reports here, both on YouTube and over on YouTube channel membership. If you want to catch all the action for our Season 10 League, there's still some matchups to play. Then those battles will be on YouTube and over on membership as well. But in this particular fight, it is the Imperium that triumphs. There is cause for celebration here. A Chaos Force has been vanquished by the Grey Knights. Great game. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.